In this video, I'm taking a look at Xero, which is a accounting software, a competitor to QuickBooks Online, because I want to move my business QuickBooks over to Xero. In my case, I have 3 businesses. I have the bookkeeping business that you know about because you see these videos. I have rental properties, and then I'm part of a startup here in Canada. So I just want to take a look at Xero and just figure out what's going to make the most sense for me. Because these are 3 completely separate businesses, I know that I'm going to need 3 separate subscription fees. I'm already paying 3 separate subscription fees, so it's in my budget. And thankfully, Xero is going to be a little bit more affordable, so I'm happy about that. Xero is different from QuickBooks Online. It doesn't look the same. It doesn't feel the same. It's going to be a bit of a learning curve. So I thought, you know what? Why don't I learn alongside you guys? Or why don't I show you me as I learn as a person who's really used to QuickBooks? This could be something that is good or helpful for people who are also in the same boat, just exploring other options. Or it could be good for people who want reassurance that even though you have a lot of experience with something, learning a new thing doesn't come as quickly as you would like to think that it does or should or could. Maybe it's an over 40 thing. Maybe it's just life. Maybe it's just me. So let's start by taking a look at Xero, taking a look at the plans, and figure out what's going to make the most sense. So compare pricing and plans. Yes, please. Get 90% off, blah, blah, blah. I need to look at this section that says what it usually is, because that's what I'm going to pay going forward. I don't care about the fact that I get this huge discount for 3 months. I want to know what I'm going to pay at month 4. So there's the early plan, the growing plan, and the established plan. So let's take a look. Let's start with the bookkeeping business. The bookkeeping business, I provide bookkeeping services, I provide training services, and I do one-time projects. The bookkeeping service and the one-time projects, I handle those invoices through Inker, and I don't make an invoice in QuickBooks. When people contact me for a training, I handle those payments through Stripe, and I don't make an invoice in QuickBooks. The only time that I'm making a manual invoice is for, if I do work for friends, and I'm like, oh, I'll do this work for you, and I'll just send you an invoice when I'm done. It's very limited invoices that I'm making. The reason that I talk about this is because I want you to hear it, and I want you to think about it for your own business. The early plan, I can send up to 20 invoices in a month. That'll be fine. The growing plan doesn't have a limit. Established doesn't have a limit. So far, I'm squarely in early. I can enter up to 5 bills. The startup in Canada, I'll have to enter more than, well, maybe not. Maybe it is about 5 bills. In Canada, I have to enter all the bills. But in the US, for the rental property and for the bookkeeping business, I don't have to enter my bills. I can just enter the expenses as they take place. I paid for Adobe. I paid for Zoom. I don't have to enter a bill. So for the bookkeeping business, I'm still good with the early plan. Although the plans will let you reconcile your bank transactions, that's good. One nice thing is that it allows you to capture receipts and bills with HubDoc. I use HubDoc, and I have for years. HubDoc was an independent software company that got purchased by Xero. I feel like I have videos for it, but if I don't, I'll just show you real quick. It's literally just a receipt capturing software. So if I find I don't have videos, I'll make one for that later. So I'm like, oh, that's nice. The fact that it includes HubDoc means that I won't have to pay for it separately. It's $12 a month. So not a huge deal, but not bad if I'm capturing receipts anyhow. Short-term cash flow in business snapshot. I think that's lovely. I am not the person you're going to call on if you want to talk about your cash flow. There are lots of solutions and people that can help you brainstorm that. W-9 and 1099 management. I'll have to look at it and see if I like it. I'm particular. Sales tax. That's great. Doesn't really apply. Multi-currency, that only applies over here in the established plan, which is $80 a month. That's good to know. For my bookkeeping business, everything is in USD, so I don't need that. I can track projects, but since I'm not invoicing my customers in my bookkeeping business, I don't have any projects to track. Claim expenses, that I don't know what that means. Okay, so I click on it. It says simplify expenses with Xero's expense tracker. So snap expenses, reimburse, monitor your business expenses. I think this is all about not like your business credit card had expenses, but rather me as the like human or employee of my business. If I have expenses and I'm making an expense report, this seems where that's helpful, but that doesn't apply to me. I have worked with Xero. I can assure you that when I've connected my credit card, there has been no issue to record the expenses in my business. Advanced cash flow predictions, probably better than doing this, but I'm not going to upgrade to get that. And then inventory. The only inventory I have is like my stapler, my headphones. Do my headphones count as inventory? Like, these are my supplies to do my work. I've got a highlighter, I've got headphones, I've got music. Really, as I look at this, I'm like, this is great. I have a bookkeeping business, but let's say that I don't. Let's say I have a generic consulting, service-based, some sort of business where I don't need to make invoices. My clients pay in some other way. I don't need to track the expenses, like expense reports. I don't need to track bills because everything is just going to run through the credit card and the checking account. It seems like I can pay $20 a month. So that feels pretty good. This is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to start entering my historical data just so that I can get a sense of it. Like I said before, I used Xero a couple years ago, used it quite a bit, and then I stopped. Now it's time to learn it again and just take a look at it and see how it goes and how I might be able to use this for my business. Okay, so let me just scroll down and see what else is here. Auto renew monthly, that's fine. Pricing can change, that's fine. Payroll, that's fine. How does the 1 month free work? That I don't care so much about, but what is the price for multiple companies? This I kind of care about. I'm like, it's already way cheaper than I'm currently paying, but this could be even better. It says you can add as many organizations as you'd like, check the pricing for each one, become a subscriber. Xero offers a discount for multiple organizations when you subscribe to one or more business edition organization. None of these are the business edition. I don't know what that means. To qualify, they have to use the same email address. That's fine. If you use the same country, if you use a different country, contact support. So who knows? I'll check and see if that's a thing that applies to what I'm doing. But even if it's not, being able to set up my books at $20 a month seems pretty okay. So hopefully this video is helpful. I just really wanted to walk through what these different plans are and kind of what they mean. If you have questions, I'm not the person to ask. I'm just getting comfortable. I would strongly encourage you to go to Xero's website, which is xero.com. And then anything you're not sure about, just click on it. There's a little video, there's some information. Somebody is going to be out there to help you understand and answer your questions. I am just putting the word out, like, here's a thing I'm doing. Here's where I'm going to start. I'll make a video later where I show how I start to set it up. And then if I'm wrong, I can go and upgrade it and comment or update this video to say, oh, my bad, I actually needed something else. But I really think this is going to be fine for me. Okay, that's it. Thanks. Bye.